Hello! First video in my new apartment. So, quick updates before we jump into Iceland. This is obviously a different style travel vlog, for one. Two, I guess I already said it, I'm in a new place, I'm in a new apartment. If you didn't watch my most recent vlog of me moving in and stuff, make sure you watch that. I have a link down below. It's still empty in here, so you can hear my echo a little bit. I'm sorry, we're still filling it up. It's a beautiful, huge space, and I love it. Third, merch! Casey has merch, except the mystery t-shirts. They come in 4 colors. There's only, I think, like 6 or maybe 5 days left to purchase yours. So, right now, pause this video, check out the description, go get you one, and then come back and watch my Iceland travels. If you're not familiar with my merch or what it means or anything, basically Accept the Mystery is a little like, I don't want to call it slogan, but thing I kind of adapted to, have been saying a lot recently because I just feel like it could go for 2 things. Accept the mystery of life, stop trying to force things or figure out things. And also for my racially ambiguous folks who love my videos, I feel like this is a message to others to accept the mystery of you, and to yourself to accept the mystery of you. You don't fit in a box, and that's a great thing. Anyway, this is the blue one. It's my favorite. Blue's my favorite color, but there are 3 other colors. I'm not sure if I'm gonna bring these back again. This might be the last time. But if you support me and you support this channel at all, I would really, really greatly appreciate it. That is all. Anywho, Iceland. So my whole trip was 3 days in Iceland and 3 days in Ireland. Okay, so first flight up, delayed. Wow, airline. We'll get into it later, guys, trust me. Pro tip, do not, I repeat, do not book any type of tour or scheduled event for the first day of your travel, because if you have a delay, you might not make it. Basically, long story short, our first day in Iceland, we were originally supposed to do this whole Golden Circle tour. That didn't happen because our flight was delayed and we would have missed it, so we had to reschedule it for 2 days later. We kind of just tripped around Reykjavik. My dad and I don't know if I mentioned, my dad and I went to Iceland together and went to the Blue Lagoon. And I have no regrets about it. It was so worth it, guys. It was freezing, but it was such an adventure. It was so much fun. My skin felt incredible after I got out of the water also.
Once again, very sorry for the delay. Information for your connecting flights. So for Paris, the gate is C23. That's Charlie 23.
We made it! It's the 3rd windiest city in the world, right? I'm gonna blow away the camera. Reykjavik. Alright, I'm on inside. Oh! I can't even shut the door! We are staying at this Valka apartment. It's kind of like an Airbnb. We have the top floor with a balcony that we can't use because it's so windy. It's 11:30. Took a little nap when we got in. Now it's time to get some food. We are currently in Bonus, which is a supermarket in Iceland. It's really popular because if you know anything about Iceland, you know it's so expensive. Honestly, that meal we had just now wasn't too bad. I mean, it was more than it should be, but it was like eating in New York City. And there's honestly so many vegan places. Like every place has a vegan option. It's crazy. Yeah, we're gonna get some snacks and food from here from now on, I think, and then Blue Lagoon. So I got this little wrap has spiced chickpeas, pomegranate, spinach, and cucumber. And then this sandwich that has vegan cheese and stuff on it. Let's go see how much a pineapple is. That's a good example. That's always a good example of how expensive somewhere is. Of course, there's no price by the pineapples. Okay, avocados, $2.95 a piece for one avocado, guys. Mangoes. Y'all. Mangoes from Peru. Let's see how much they are. $4.98. I'm using this app, by the way, because I'm lazy. $4 for a mango. That's dead. Bruh. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. I'm at the Blue Lagoon, y'all. This isn't real life. It's actually not as cold as you'd like think it would be right now. This is crazy. This is crazy that this is a real thing. I don't know where my dad is, but I gotta jump in here, y'all. This is so real, y'all. Day 2 of Iceland was incredible. By far the most adventurous day of any travel experience I've had. Okay, so we went on another tour. This whole trip was a lot of tours. And the glacier that we hiked by was crazy. Okay, it's by default really cold, really windy. Walking back to the tour van was nearly impossible. It was crazy. I've never experienced wind like that. It was at least 40 miles per hour. And it was snowing, so the snow was literally like diagonal, hitting you in the face. I cannot see. I had my jacket up to here and my hat down to here, and I couldn't look up because it was just like snow hitting my eyes. It's like a whiteout. I loved every second of it. And yes, so on to the big topic that everyone DM'd and emailed me and messaged me about. WOW Airlines. Just my luck. My trip to Iceland, if you didn't know, was $45 one way, Newark, New Jersey to Iceland. WOW Airlines went bankrupt. Yeah, if you're not familiar with this, Google it. There's a bunch of stories about it. But basically, the airline I was traveling, WOW Air, I've never traveled with them before. I was familiar with them because I knew that they had really, really low rates, and like they were always insanely cheap. That was like their thing. WOW Air. And our second day in Iceland, we literally walk back from the glacier, get on the bus, and we overhear somebody on the phone, or I don't know, I just overhear somebody talking, and they're like, yeah, all their flights are canceled. Like, they went bankrupt. You know, you just listen in when you hear something crazy like that. You're like, what? No. Flights, huh? I'm traveling, who? What? And the entire tour bus, I mean, at least probably 90% of it, were people who had flights with WOW Airlines. I never directly got an email to this day from WOW Airlines, probably because there was no one to send it, because bankrupt. And I did get a refund as an update, guys, which was a blessing. I had to call my bank. It was a really easy process. I literally called, disputed the transactions, and got the money back when I hung up the phone. We figured it out, it was resolved, everything is okay. Here I am to tell the story. I will say, my one tip, guys, always have a backup plan for stuff like this. My credit card came in handy, and I will say that I wish that I had a travel credit card, and that is my pro tip for anybody watching. If you're gonna get a credit card and you like to travel, get the travel one. Like, most banks have a travel credit card. Works just like a regular credit card, but when you book flights or you book hotels, you gain points and you get discounts. It's just safer and easier. And why don't I have a travel credit card, guys? I've been to 12 countries now. Day 2 of Iceland. As long as the wind doesn't blow, it's really not bad. But as soon as the wind blows, it hurts. Today, we are going on a tour to where are we going? We're going to the black sand beaches and the waterfalls and some glaciers and fun stuff like that, and then we're gonna go try to see the northern lights later tonight. It's gonna be a very long day of tours. The Blue Lagoon was a 10 out of 10, right?
11 out of 10.
11 out of 10. You heard it here first. Yeah, that was amazing. My hair felt really weird afterward though. I got all the minerals in the water. The skin was all soft. Did your skin feel different? My skin felt different.
Yeah.
Yeah. The water was like, I think,
100 degrees.
100 degrees, and then outside was 30 something, 32. So you had to like run into the water. It was funny seeing everybody just run outside into the water, or run inside into the warmth where the towels are. Guys, I want you to know that it's a 30% chance of snow today. Do y'all see it out here?
I think so. Yeah.
It's full on.
Yes, I am now.
A blizzard. Do y'all see these waves? Oh my god. Oh my days, bro. Plot twist of today is Wow Airlines went bankrupt. So I'm stranded. I'm stuck in Iceland. Anyway, look at this crazy one.
Heal me, see me feel. These are the things that you wanna hear. Know me, heal me, see me feel. These are the things that you wanna hear.
Let's give you guys an update. What is my life? Wow Airlines went bankrupt and all of their flights are canceled. And guess who has 2 more flights booked with Wow Airlines? Literally everyone we were on the tour with had bookings with Wow Airlines, so it's a little bit of mayhem, but I'm also like not really worried because like such is life. So now we're just trying to figure out the rest of our trip. Shout out to Kira, Tay's sister, because I never even knew I had such a great big sister. She's helping us get from Dublin back home to America. Now we need to figure out Iceland to Dublin because originally we're supposed to fly on Saturday. So Iceland Air is offering rescue flights for really low rates, but it's a matter of getting one. That's like another thing. You have to call to get it, and it's just like, bruh, you know how many people are calling them right now? As much as this is annoying, it's actually kind of fun for me for some reason. I'm like, all right, we gotta figure this out. We did have a tour tonight, but it's canceled due to weather. It was for the Northern Lights. Viator Tour Company, I'll have it linked down below, is really, really great. They're so easy to work with. They don't charge you extra for like rearranging your tours or like changing things. You get full refunds. Like really, really happy with this tour company. But anyway, yeah, so since we don't have a tour anymore tonight, I think we're gonna like get some dinner and just watch some Netflix. It's a really, really like crazy situation because we're flying standby from Dublin to Philly. But originally we were supposed to fly into Newark, so I have a flight from Newark to Atlanta already booked. So you can just imagine like what's going on. Life's cool. Honestly, I feel like it's gonna work out, so I'm not that worried about it. And thank God for credit cards. Who's ready to figure it out? Rescue flight, $60.
60?
Mm-hmm.
To Dublin?
Yeah, if we get it. Yeah, these all have crazy layovers in London. You did always say you wanted to go to London. That's a whole other thing because then we have to exchange everything to pounds. Yeah, all of these are like, we're gonna get to Dublin like late in the day, like 7 o'clock. Here's one, we get in at 4:30.
That's not bad at all.
It's 386. It leaves here at 7:45 and then you have a 4-hour layover in London, which isn't horrible.
It's not bad.
And then we get to Dublin at 4:30. Because we only, our tour is on Sunday.
The next day.
And then the last day we don't have anything.
Right.
I don't think the airport's that far from the city.
No, they have trains and buses, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think it's not like here. I'm wondering if Iceland Air regular flights will be like, are they going to be affected? Because this flight to London is Iceland Air.
I think if you wait another day, the rates are going to go skyrocket.
Well, I know that, but I'm just saying, like, will they be delayed? I hope not. Because obviously the Iceland Air.
Everybody's trying to. I wouldn't even count on Iceland Air.
Well, that's what that flight is, so then we can't take that flight. It's Iceland Air to London, and then Ryanair to Dublin.
You must have empty seats. Because British Airways is too much, right? And the other one flying out of there is too much.
Their layovers are just crazy.
Even worse, huh?
10 hours. 11 hours. I mean, we don't get to Dublin until the next morning.
No, that's not even worth doing that.
Will we ever leave Iceland? The story continues. We've resulted to flipping coins.
My gut feeling is that
With the... What? What?
is to book it to Dublin. I mean, from Greenland, I mean from from
Where are we at?
Iceland to
Our whole family flips coins.
Iceland
We
to
don't know
Dublin.
what to do.
Let's see, book that. Because this is going to fill up by
Fish,
tomorrow
we
morning.
book it. Fish, we book it.
Yeah.
It's a fish, so y'all know. So the very last day of Iceland. I did not want to leave at all. I did not want to leave. And long story short, the tour that we were supposed to have the very first day, we moved to this day. So we did have a 2-hour window of just waiting for everybody to do Blue Lagoon, but it was no big deal. Honestly, everything we thought was like a disaster or that like everything was going wrong worked out so perfectly and in our favor. Like everything, the WOW airline, the delay in the beginning, the tours getting moved and canceled, everything worked out to our benefit. Everything happens for a reason. Trust the process for real. That's what I learned in this trip. And speaking of tours being canceled, so our Northern Lights tour was canceled the day before because of cloud coverage and weather and blah, 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 blah. The sun's starting to come out. Okay. And so after our long tour on Friday, we spontaneously decided to book a Northern Lights tour. It's such a clear day, there's 0 clouds, so we were like, all right, our chances are pretty high. The worst that will happen is we lose some money, but like, we tried. Honestly, the best spontaneous decision ever. It was the longest night. We pulled an all-nighter because we had our early flight to Dublin the next day, but like, guys, worth it. So amazing. I've never seen that many stars in my life. Just closing my eyes and thinking about it is so surreal. So these are pictures from the tour that the tour guide actually took. Those are stars, guys. That's not dust, that's not grain, that's not noise from the camera. Those are stars. Thousands of stars. Mind blown. Honestly, mind blown. We're out there in the middle of nowhere because we had to drive way out of the city to get away from light pollution. Pitch black. It's freezing. My toes and hands were numb. And it's windy, of course. And I loved it. I loved the challenge of trying to capture the Northern Lights. That was actually really, really fun with my camera. I haven't been like challenged that way with photography in a long time. So I really, like, it was really exhilarating. And it would be so like subtle because you'd just be out there and you'd be looking at all the stars or whatever. And then this glow would just start in the sky. And in person, it's actually not green. The camera actually makes it green like that, or whatever color, purple, whatever color you may see on TV or in photos. It's nothing like that. It doesn't even move the way it does in those time-lapse videos you probably have seen. It's like a gray, white kind of glow. You can see it clearer and clearer and clearer, and it's incredible. It's so, I can't even explain it, but we were all like, everyone there just would get so excited. Like, nature gives so much, guys. It was incredible. This trip really, like, I was in the elements, really was like, wow, Mother Nature, you got it, you win. Good morning, Iceland. Day 3, our last day. Jet lag is real. I was wide awake at 2 a.m. ready to start the day. I don't usually get jet lag this bad. I'm not hiking any glaciers today. This wind is no joke. Let me put on all these layers.
Yeah.
Sucks. 7,000 of them. The Iceland pack, a little bonus. Get everything you need and bring Lara bars. I'm not gonna like Lara bars by the time this trip is over.
So
soft.
It's not powdery. It's not that hard.
Can't like have a snowball fight. Tips for those going to Iceland: refill your water bottle because from the tap water because it's perfectly fine, and they charge way too much for a bottle of water anyway. So
just bring your own empty bottle when you come over.
Or yeah, even do that. Save all the pennies. Bring your own water bottle. Any more? What else? What other tips for people going to Iceland?
July through September is a busy month, and
All right.
also December and January.
Come during the off season, and it's not like brutally cold, but you still get the idea of like Iceland. It's not like summer. I like it. I like the snow. Snow's only bad when you got to drive in it or shovel it. Other than that, I don't mind the snow. So next Iceland hack, guys. We're back at Blue Lagoon. We were here the other day, but we're not gonna go. The tour that we booked included it, but we had to rearrange our schedule. Life happened, whatever, and we went separately on our own, and that is the way to go. Never do it with the tour, because then you have like a time limit. Really, you don't really have that much time. This tour gives you 2 hours to go. So it's really only like an hour. You gotta like change, shower, do all that, check in. We were there for like 3 hours.
Oh, easy.
We were chilling. We just booked our transportation separately, which wasn't too expensive, was it?
No.
I don't remember how much that was. But it wasn't that bad. Worth it, because like you could just stay here all day if you wanted. Like, who wants to be on a time limit when you're like at a spa? Ruins the point of relaxation.
Right.
My hair still feels minerally from all the minerals in this water also. It's also so clear out here, and as cool as that is, we were out here with the elements. It was like hail, rain, snow, which made it more fun. We're just thrill seekers. We just love the adventure. It's super clear today. There hasn't been like any precipitation at all. We were on the bus ride home talking to this British
couple from England.
Yeah, this British couple and then an Australian guy. And the whole world is just corrupt, is what we discovered clearly by Wow Air. Corporations just not caring about people and the working people. Capitalism is so crazy. So what's happening then?
Destroyed all the records of the people who were born there in the 40s and 50s.
Oh yeah, and then trying to get rid of them.
Therefore, they cannot get any pensions, and they gotta leave the country.
Like what?
And they're taking them in.
But yeah, in order for them to stay, they have to prove they have to show documentation of their immigration. But all the documents have been wiped out.
So they get physically being removed from their places. Plus, they lost all their pension money because that's destroyed too.
Would you say you put it well? Not citizens, just consumers. That's all.
We're no longer citizens. We're just consumers.
We're just consumers. That's all they want us to be.
We have no rights.
I'm not going down with that. I have the right to do whatever I want. Anyway, we made it back to Reykjavik. We're gonna pull an all-nighter here. It wouldn't be a trip
Without an all-nighter.
Without an all-nighter. We're gonna see the northern lights.
We'll get back to like 2 in the morning,
and then we gotta
bus to the airport at 4 in the morning.
A bus, yeah, 4 in the morning to the airport to go to Ireland. Where's the code to get into this place? So yeah, we're gonna, what time is it now? It's 8 o'clock. The bus picks us up at 9:30. This is a 24-hour day. Y'all can't see me. We're out here. I can't really do a flashlight because like, that's gonna mess up everybody's pictures. We're out here taking pictures. The northern lights look crazy. This is the most stars I've ever seen in my life.
20 degrees and wind.
It's so cold. My hands are numb. There's so many stars. I'm gonna try to get a picture to share with y'all. It's still dark. We're back on the bus. I'm on 2%. My toes are numb. It was worth it.
It was amazing. Stars too.
Yeah, the stars are insane. You gotta see the northern light. If that's not on your bucket list, it needs to be. 10 out of 10 would recommend. So that does it for my Iceland adventures. I hope you guys enjoyed this vlog. I hope you've enjoyed this little different style I'm trying here. Also make sure to check out the description box for any information I might not have mentioned. And also my merch. Last little reminder, 5 days to purchase, no pressure, but if you support me and you support what I do and you support the message, accept the mystery with me and grab you a shirt. Stay tuned for my Ireland vlog up next. And yeah guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.
Can't even be